I have the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Lynn Babington, who is the new president at Chaminade University. Thank you for being with us. And you as well. How fortunate we are to have a little time with you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such a privilege for me to be here at this historic site to talk a little bit about Chaminade and about my great fortune to be appointed as the new president.
Yes, your new position.
Correct, yes.
Please share us a little bit about your background and why is it exciting for you?
Well, I'm a nurse by background, and I spent a lot of time in the healthcare setting and moved over to academics partway through my career, and there's lots of crossovers between healthcare and higher education. And I moved here from Connecticut. I was at Fairfield University as the provost there, which is the chief academic officer. And I was attracted to Chaminade and to Honolulu because when I came out here, I saw such a commitment from the faculty, staff, to really serve our students here. And Chaminade meets a very unique need here in Honolulu. About 50% of our students are first-generation students. We have a large Native Hawaiian population, and we really provide such a strong liberal arts background with the professional schools to be able to prepare students to be successful in the workplace and to get jobs, and that's an important role that we play. I also recognize that as a small institution, we can be very nimble, and we have the opportunity to contribute to the innovation economy here in Hawaii by being an incubator and trying out new programs. We're in the business of education, and we need to educate all kinds of people, not just the 18 to 22-year-olds, which is a good goal, of course, but in this day and age, with new and changing technologies and businesses, people need to retool. For example, we received a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop data science and big data analytics for people already working here in Hawaii and the whole Pacific region to be able to tool up and have those skills to analyze big data, whether it's in healthcare and defense and marketing and all kinds of areas. And I believe we were awarded the grant because we could develop it very quickly and launch the program and begin right away with certificate programs for adults doing that.
You are evidently personally very agile because one of the things you just mentioned was that in mid-career you moved from nursing to education. How did that happen and why?
Well, that's a good question. I think I was in the healthcare setting running hospital systems and healthcare systems, but I, along the way, earned a doctoral degree, and so I always affiliated with the university and taught. And at one point in my career in Boston, I had a nonprofit medical management services organization. I was teaching at Northeastern, and I decided to make the switch and try academics. So that's kind of how I got into it, but I always affiliated and taught students throughout my entire career. And it's a natural transition, I think. And being a nurse, you know, one of the skills you learn is to listen, to be present to people, and to really translate complex terms, whether they're healthcare terms or educational missions, and that skill set, it crosses so many boundaries that I feel very fortunate to have that as a background.
And the skill also of being able to respond to what's needed.
Yeah, and that's really important. And I think that as a smaller, more nimble institution, we can do that because the needs of a community change. And the needs now here in Honolulu, we have some distinct needs in the healthcare setting in terms of shortage of primary care practitioners. So we have a very good nursing program working on some of that. We were awarded a Howard Hughes Medical Foundation grant, which is huge. Over only 24 schools, over 500 applied, because we have good outcomes in educating diverse populations to go into the STEM fields. And that's really important for Hawaii and for the whole region, I think. So our ability to work with partners, to learn what they need, early childhood education and the shortage of teachers is another major issue here in Hawaii, and we have a very well-established partnership with DOE, actually here at the USS Missouri, and the Aviation Museum to educate current teachers in how to bring into the classroom information about the history of the military here in Hawaii and our rich history here.
We are very fortunate to have not only your skills, but also your energy and enthusiasm, and we welcome you and look forward to more conversations in the future.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. We've been chatting with Dr. Lynn Babington, who is the new president at Chaminade University. Thank you for being with us.